So, I've never done this from my phone, but I have a feeling my phone's bandwidth is better than my home's bandwidth, which is a sad state of affairs. So, Vlog Thursday is really messed up today due to all kinds of fun, which I'm going to do some videos about, which they include security breaches, not by us at all. This is the unfortunate happening of clients. So, some clients, unfortunately, our client acquisition process occasionally is, I have a security breach and I'm in trouble and I don't know who to call, but I found you because my friend recommended you, and it turns into a complete disaster. So that's kind of a problem, and I ended up jumping in on conference calls. I ended up just everything that could have went wrong did go wrong. I'm trying to see. Sorry if I'm looking over here, it's because I can see you, but I don't know how to interact and message people while I'm doing this. So I'll answer your questions, but I can't see. I don't know how to on YouTube Live. I guess I could try to type while I'm doing it, but I'd have to move the phone around, which is the feed. So that just seems like it'd be a big mess. So I'm seeing over here to see if they're live stream. Can I look and do it from here? I'm learning. We're all learning together. That's the important part about this. I want to see if I can do the live from here. So will it show my live so I can interact and type on the keyboard, but then engage with you here on the phone? So let me look. It doesn't look like it does that, unfortunately. Well, that's a shame, because my goal would obviously to be to interact with you guys on my live stream for my channel. I see all you guys. Hold on. Oh man. So here's the other challenge. All messages. Here we go. And move the camera up a little so we don't see inside your nostrils. Yeah. Okay, I'll work on that in a second. Nobody really wants to see inside my nostrils. Don't worry, I get it. Let me see. Can I view my channel? And can I see myself live? I want to be able to type. That's what I'm working on right now. So bear with me as briefly as possible. Hey, look, there it is. And will it let me interact time-wise with people? No. Well, this is aggravating. I want to type to you guys. I want to interact directly. Oh, here we go. Hey, it lets me do it here. All right. Hey, Rochester, New York. That's awesome. I have a Colin from Singapore. Awesome. I can keyboard over here. I can hello from over here. Now we're doing good. Now we're gonna fix the nostril issue. You're going on top. Oh, by the way, hey, this is interesting. This is my gaming rig. That is a head, and that's a what is this? I forget what this thing does. How does this thing work? Yeah, if you want to know what it's like to be at Tom's house. Okay, my house is weird. Anyways, and yes, my house is red. That's the thing. Crap. You know what? This ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna move it over a little bit. Sorry about the nostril thing. Maybe I'll lower the chair a little bit and you'll be less at nostril level. I don't want to get too far away from the... Here we go. I don't want to get too far away from the camera, or the audio will probably really get bad. Anyways, as I started to say, today was... well, I won't use profanity, but I will talk about the whiskey I'm drinking. So, client breaches, yeah. Well, potential client, new clients coming in. This is kind of what happens occasionally. So the biggest thing in IT, and many of you know this who work in IT, your client acquisition process frequently becomes emergencies. Bullet rye, for those who are wondering what risky that is. R-Y-E. There we go. Anyways, client emergencies. Potential client emergencies. What happens is clients get themselves in lots of trouble, despite the advice I give them, despite the suggestions I have. And these are unmanaged clients. These are not clients that we are dictating IT technology for, where they've delegated to us. These are your break-fix unmanaged clients. Well, occasionally they do things like not follow any of your advice at all. And when they don't do things like that, then you end up with, hey, I'm in a whole lot of trouble and I violated HIPAA. We had a security breach. Like everything went wrong that like you proposed to fix but didn't do. Da 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 da. And yeah. So what happened was I ended up on a conference call trying to navigate this for them. I'm not legal counsel. Matter of fact, my advice after getting on the conference call and talking with them and dealing with all the trouble they're in was you are going to need an attorney, by the way, because you did definitely break some laws here when it comes to HIPAA compliance, and I am not an attorney. All I can say is you should get an attorney. That's as far as my legal advice goes. But I'm going to help them with the cleanup. We're going to put in a remediation process. But these type of things too this week now, and these are both new clients, kind of, sort of people we know that weren't actual clients but are really willing to talk about security now that they've been breached. So that has been my process, and unfortunately those just took precedence, and all that happening really took a notch out of my day and cut into Vlog Thursday. Yeah, I can't even talk anymore about this stuff because it's HIPAA related breaches. So yes, definitely HIPAA related. Big mess. Well, you're right. They do ask your opinion. And here's the thing. Here's what happens. Some of my best clients are clients that were previous breach. Why? Because there's no question. There's not Tom being scary. They legit know how expensive a breach is. They know expensive of data loss. And they go, hey, I understand the cost of this. Let's make it fixed. I want to run my business and you can run the IT, and that's good. So it's one of those things that I'm playing the long tail of that game of some people, I wouldn't even talk to a client like that. Well, there's times I cut them off. There's times I go, I'm not dealing with you because you are, and I've seen someone call them an asshole. Yes, some of those people are just lots of asking, but not any doers. So yeah, those are people, you got to figure out where to cut them off. But these clients, I think, if we keep working them along, and I don't want them to have a security breach. It's unfortunate when it takes a security breach for them to go, wow, security's real, dude. And I'm like, yeah. So, it's kind of, it's unfortunate when it has to come to that. Sometimes they just have it happen to someone they know, or they just decide to get serious about it because they see the risk of things. So yeah, it can be a mess. So that's the why Vlog Thursday is running late. So let me look here. Yeah, we email internally, but I can't get them an email, understand outside the organization. It's even more than that. With HIPAA, it's not even about internal emails. It's about understanding where you have personal identifiable information. Maybe I'll do some talks on HIPAA. Maybe I'll get some people on there that are more an expert than me. I tread lightly, and people ask me to do HIPAA videos. I'm like, no, I very much tread lightly on those subjects. I don't want to talk out of turn of anything. I mean, I got the concepts. I've done some of the training, but I really want to go. I'm hyper sensitive about the accuracy of any knowledge I put out there. This is something I care a lot about when I put things up for my YouTube channel. I care a lot about the accuracy of all those things to make sure that I'm accurate. So that's when I pause on why, and I'll even go a little bit further. Like when people say, hey, Tom, do a review of this. If I can't give you an honest review, I don't do the review at all. That's an important aspect of how I plan to keep my channel. It's a reason my channel doesn't have a ton of sponsors. It's really interesting. Growing a tech channel means the sponsors keep reaching out to me more and more. I'm slow and hesitant to just take them on. I don't want to buy it. So one of my friends asked me if the Cisco video I did recently was sponsored, and I'm like, no, that's no, I don't. That was not sponsored, and that's because I didn't want it to be sponsored. I wanted to just give an honest review of Cisco. I don't hate the product, thing like that. I do start out with saying, hey, I have a bias towards Unify because I like, and we do deployments in them, but I don't think this is a bad product. And it's one of those weird divisiveness. People think if you like this, you must hate that. I'm like, no, that isn't how the world works. Maybe in your head that's how it works. Maybe that's how politics and all kinds of other things work to you. If you hate one thing or love one thing, you hate the opposite of that thing, or you even think the opposite of that thing is hate, and it's not. It's mostly indifference. So, whew. before I ramble on off topic. So the video today, and the reason it's called RFQ for floppies, is my original screenshot for the proper Vlog Thursday that was supposed to be a live stream that broke. I don't know. I tried it on my laptop. It fell apart in about the first 2 minutes, and I'm like, eh. So that whole mess over there was because an RFQ for floppies is the title of an email I received this morning that made me smile. And the reason it made me smile, so we work a lot in manufacturing, and I did a video talking about the old tech we work with all the time, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take it a step further. I need to do some follow-up videos, because like RFQ for floppies, there's a reason why. And it's because all these CNC machines and everything else are using floppy drives to make these things happen. So it's really interesting that there are all these little old components that are manufacturing parts that you are using today, and in manufacturing, and they're running on these old machines. There's a whole reason for it. And they're not worried about security breach or compliance. I mean, this stuff runs DOS. This stuff is really, really old. So it's really interesting to see all this. I'm going to do some follow-up videos. I did this whole video on old tech, so I'm going to do that. And, it just runs on some really old technology. Hey, my daughter's home. So in case you guys are hearing other noises, because I usually don't vlog from home, but I didn't feel like driving all the way back to my office. I had to bring my son food. My daughter is now home. I got kids and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, it's one of those things. I'm going to do some follow-up videos on that, and they need more floppy drives, and they're not really, maybe they're manufactured, I don't know. Mostly we hunt this stuff down off eBay. That's where a lot of this comes from, and I'm honest with my clients about it. We just do all the proofing and testing off eBay. Matter of fact, the project we're working on with this same client, and they're not big on YouTube. Obviously, they're not real tech savvy, the fact that they're running old stuff. But they also, at the same time, they manufacture a big manufacturing company. I posted maybe a couple pictures on my Twitter about them, but it's all about building these really old systems and keeping them running, because there's not a reason to replace them. One of them, they're a big screw manufacturer. Like, they make screws and bolts and nuts. Well, the machine that makes them is like 30 years old, or 40 years old. There's not a reason to replace the machine. It works. Screws haven't changed. They still got to screw in. They're machine screws. So buying a new machine that's Wi-Fi connected is not really in the budget and not necessary. Each one of these machines is roughly $70,000 a piece, and I think they got like 100 of them, maybe more. I don't know. There's a lot of them, and so they manufacture the parts they manufacture on them, and so they run all this old equipment, and then we do the legacy support for that. So it's kind of interesting manufacturing in Detroit. I seen the questions roll by. FreeNAS as a domain controller. I've never tried it. I seen a checkbox for it. I don't know any details about FreeNAS as a domain controller. Whenever we integrate FreeNAS into an Active Directory environment, generally Active Directory is the head end of that environment, whether they have an Active Directory server on premise or they're running it in off premise and tied together a VPN. We join FreeNAS to the Active Directory system. Is love or hate Active Directory? It is in the market. If you work in IT and you work at all with Windows servers, you're going to run into Active Directory, and you're going to run into, if you use storage servers, FreeNAS is a very popular solution, at least among many of the people we talk to, because we talk about the product a lot, so that's the clients that contact us. So with that, it's one of those whole things of, yes, you can probably do it as that, but generally speaking, you're going to run into FreeNAS not being the head end of the network, but delegated from Active Directory. So FreeNAS does use Samba. It is built on standard open source Samba, but then its head end will be tied to Active Directory, so you can have the whole system integrated, because generally they're going to be running a Windows computer, because your operating system isn't dictated by your choices. They're dictated by where the enterprise software you're using is. So most enterprise platforms, love it or hate it, it uses Windows. That's why we work in Windows so much. I can't say it's the year that everyone's going to switch to Linux desktop. Well, they have a lot of apps they use that run on Windows, and until that those companies decide to port that over from Windows to a Linux platform, it's not going to happen. I have no interest. I don't know what the Charlie Brown AU is talking about censorship. I'm not on that topic right now. You can have that topic somewhere else. What do what do you think about Zen server with 3 VMs, one Samba, Active Directory, Samba SMB file share? Um, Zen server with 3 VMs, one Samba AD. I don't have thoughts on that. I don't understand the question. I'm very unclear on that. Sleep? I don't sleep. So my daughter's gonna join the live stream for a second.
No thanks.
Yes.
No.
Oh, she's making faces. Just wave hi.
Nah.
Get to look down a little. And people are all right. That's my daughter. Anyways, yeah. So I am legit at home. Actually, there's my TV in the background. I don't know. Do any of you care about my home tech at all? Does it matter? I don't know. Some people ask me about it, and I'm like, I don't think anything, because I don't have any home automation. I have a light switch because I don't think I need to connect it to some Amazon thing or anything like that. Hey, by the way, for those of you asking about OS2 Warp, I do talk about OS2 Warp because one of my clients right now is running OS2 Warp to manufacture all the cabinet faces that they make. They make cabinet faces, and they're a wholesaler for larger companies. So there is all that out there. Do you know about Petasan Ceph? And it seems pretty good. So I'm not a Ceph storage expert, but guess what? I do have. I do have a friend who's really has done some large deployments with Ceph. If I can find and scrape out some time from him, he maybe will do a video on Ceph deployments. I mean, I'm generalized familiar with it. We don't have any active clients with it. So this goes back to the honesty of my channel. If I'm not an expert, or at least have a good working knowledge of the product, then I'm not really going to review it, because review then would be very like anyone else just looking. I mean, I have my opinions because I've been working in tech, but I don't generally jump on products that I have no use for, just to cover them in general. That's the same thing with like OS reviews. People ask me about, because I'm not a distro hopper. I'm a Linux guy who doesn't hop distros, so I don't do every distro in depth. But Mary, who is on our Sunday Morning Linux Review, she's one of the co-hosts. Mary does a really good job, and so does Jay, who's been joining our Sunday Morning Linux Review. So if you're into Linux reviews, both of them really have a methodical, great process for reviewing distros. And we do it on the Sunday Morning Linux Review. You look at our Fresh Looks episodes, you'll frequently find reviews of distributions. So it's 2 in the UK, college tomorrow. So, hey, thanks for watching me at 2 a.m. in the UK. One of my hacker friends is in the UK right now hacking stuff. Maybe I want to get him on the channel because he's really fun. He travels a bit and does a lot of hacking stuff. He's really interesting. He's just not big on channel. It's 2:37 England. Woke up to pee and saw an email that he was live. Work is overrated. In my word, servers are the most reliable and last longer. That's really, really tough. I won't lie. I don't hate on many servers. I haven't seen a lot of, when it comes to enterprise equipment, most of it was very well designed. Whether you get it from HP, Lenovo, Dell, Supermicro, yeah, I know they're controversial, but for the most part, most of the servers, and this is why there's so much surplus server equipment you can find, is because it lasts so damn long. You can find retired servers that were in service for 5 years that still have plenty of life left in them, because it's just enterprise equipment. It's made to be taken out when it's obsolete, not when it falls apart. So generally, you replace servers out of obsolescence. So for the most part, I can't see any particular server. I mean, there's going to be a couple runs of servers you'll find some person who had a problem with, but for the most part, most enterprise equipment actually is, like the name implies, enterprise and well built. So let's see what we got. Can you repost same link? I lost the link. If you just Google SMLR or look at my Twitter account, you can find any of the Sunday Morning Linux Review. I try to tweet all the episodes. Easy enough to find. It's smlr.us. What price? I'm going to do some pricing videos soon. I've talked about it a bit, but yeah. Have you seen any Ryzen-based server racks with ECC? It's not Ryzen that you're going to see. I know that Level 1 Techs has been talking about Ryzen ECC. It's the Epic series processors that support that, so I'm not, yeah. That's not my niche specifically, but Wendell has some great in-depth videos. The guy's wicked smart on that stuff, talking about Ryzen and how it works with ECC. Wendell from Level 1 Techs, if you're not familiar with him, go get familiar. He's a smart dude. 3:40 a.m. in the Netherlands. Awesome. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Late to the show, your thoughts on Willie E's review of the SG100. My comment was on that. I think I watched most of his video on it. I didn't get in depth on it. I've reviewed the SG3100. I like it. It's a neat device. I've actually deployed a couple of them lately because since the SG3100 come out, that's been my more go-to pfSense box for clients that are looking for a pfSense. I don't think the SG3100 is bad, but it certainly, and watch my review on the speed test, it has some issues if you have higher speed internet. It just only can route so fast. Nature of the beast there. I wish you luck. There we go. Is it CROQUIS 4? Wish me luck for IT support management job interview. Yes, absolutely. Best of luck with that. Get started in a career. Yes, Wendell's awesome. I'd love to see a new AMD Edition HP. Yes. 1000 seems underpowered. Yeah. So, let's see. Let me see my previous question on server reliability is because I buy a lot of used server equipment. Some brands seem to last longer than others. I've seen some really old HPs, but like I said, as a rule, like I said, you said you've seen some old HPs in there. Yeah, but as a rule, most equipment is retired prior to obsolescence. So it's, I mean, prior to failure. It's obsolete before it fails. That's my general gist of what I see with server equipment, which is good. That's kind of what you want to see. So the enterprise market, you're going to have a service life cycle of either 3 or 5 years, with the exception of some of your high-end financial markets. They have recycled equipment changes sometimes annually due to the high volume nature. Like we're talking about high volume traders and things like that. I've consulted and talked with companies in that market, and it's really interesting. So when you configure and deploy Unified, do you deploy with WPA Enterprise, with Radius, and if so, what's Radius to the AD? That really depends. I mean, do they have a Radius server? Is that the part of the deployment they need? This is going to vary. This is going to vary with client to client. You know, when you do your larger enterprise environments and your school environments where you have a Radius server and everything else, awesome. But, you know, if you're doing more of our work is in this SMB market, so we see less of those because quantity-wise, yeah, we're going to deploy to all these small businesses, and like the bowling alley is going to be coming up soon. We're doing it for a whole bowling alley. We're putting it in, and I say a bowling alley, and you're like, bowling? Yeah, really? How many people are going to be there? About 3,000. So it's going to be a larger deployment in terms of density of Wi-Fi, density of users, and we're going to be talking about that. Yeah, floppy drives. For those of you that didn't follow, that weren't here the first few minutes, yes, I have an RFQ for floppy drives. That's legit the title of the email I received this morning that made me laugh. Anyways, do you set up any cloud servers? Yeah, cloud servers. Yeah, I'm actually I'm reaching out to a couple companies because I want to do some interviews with different companies that provide desktop as a service in the cloud. It's a big topic. It's not the solution for everyone, but it is a solution. So yes, they're being serious about floppies. I'm gonna do a separate video, maybe just with that same title. You can watch TV, or did you want to play games?
I just want to play games, but you're there.
I can move to somewhere else.
Oh.
Do you care? My daughter wants to play video games. I'm sitting at the gaming desk because it's comfortable, but I can move because my phone's portable. Should I let my daughter play video games? I'm going to ask like 100 people that are online right now. They're going to decide your fate of whether or not you get to play video games. Does my daughter play video games? YouTube's Chucky, right? Yeah. Okay. They're saying my daughter needs to play video games. So good news, Annika. You were in luck. Me and my phone. are going this way. We're moving. Vlog Thursday. Here, turn the gaming rig on so we can see how bright it is. It's got red lights in it. Isn't that exciting? It's got a head on it. All right, she's gonna play video games, which means I gotta move to the other end of the house. Y'all coming with me? We're gonna move over to my fireplace. And hold on, and I'll move this down here. Can you turn that light for me, Annika?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. We gotta turn lights on the other side of my house. You get to walk around my house with me. No, I didn't forget my drink. I'm almost, hold on. I gotta get more of my drink. So for those of you wondering here. I left my mouse. All right. Vlog Thursday from Tom's house, in case you wonder where I live or something. Okay, I did lose my cup, but that's okay. I'm just going straight from the bottle now. All right, we'll get this set up, and now we're at the fire. This is a fireside chat now. There we go. Okay, let me catch up because I was carrying things. Let's see. Okay, make them learn code and say, yeah, I should make, Annika, my daughter's name is Annika. You gotta go learn how to code. That's what they're all telling you now. You should be coding, not playing video games.
No, what Mark says, Jeff?
I actually think the lighting's better over here by my fireplace. That's how this podcast is going. That's how this episode is going. We're straight from the bottle because my cup's over there and I'm not getting up again. All right, see if she can show her face. What is your experience with SAS versus SATA drives and let your daughter play? Yeah, she has to build her own Linux gaming rig. We get to test my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi sucks. Let's see what else we got here. There's a lot of messages. Hold on. I would get up for a minute and everyone messages me. Do you know any open source scheduling app for tech appointments? No, I don't. I use Google Apps. There's a reason I use Google Apps. It works. SATA and SAS are good. SATA is more for consumers. SAS is for our high RPM drives. Yes. What Porter's Mob said is correct. Bradley Standard said is correct. I don't know if people are making floppy drives. I don't know. Thank you. Oh, awesome. Recrap. Glad you're into Zen server. Awesome. No, my daughter did not say F you. She just laughed at the thought that you guys told her she should code. She's in medical school, so that's her plan. She isn't following the steps of Dad. Get pissed with Tom, sure. Why not? Do your neighbors bug you with tech support? No, I don't have neighbors. I'm not a CA, so no, I don't run that. I don't, not that. Will we ever get SATA 4 HE replaced with SSDs? I don't know. Favorite programming language? I don't have a favorite. Clothes that I know not much would be okay for Jade. How about you review a GoTech USB emulator? What is that? I would have to Google what that is. You know, now I'm bothered by something. Hold on, I'm gonna tilt you guys a bit. The brick line was off. That shouldn't matter. I know, shouldn't matter at all. You guys are also subject to the battery of my phone. So, just so you know, I have no idea. It doesn't show me the battery display, so I have no idea. So if my phone turns off, that's when this vlog ends. No favorite because I don't code. Yeah, I don't code a lot, by the way. In case you guys didn't know, I'm not a developer. In case that was not clear by all of the 600 videos I did about not developing, I'm not much of a software developer. Platforms to find bid boards, I found them useless. I never found any of them good. So one of the things that I hate is everyone's looking for this secret to business. And boy, so among the other reasons I'm at my house here at, I don't know, was it 10 o'clock at night, has nothing to do with, well, it has nothing to do with all the other excuses I gave for why I'm running late, but it has a lot to do with me being at an event called IT and a D. I've talked about this before. It's a networking event, and I want to get Bob on. They run Podcast Detroit, podcastdetroit.com. Check them out. They were just in the news. They're a couple of my friends, and they run some big IT organizations and networking events. But one of the things we laugh about is everyone who thinks there's some secret in the industry, like, oh, you have all this business, Tom, because you knew about a secret board where you get jobs from, or every startup company that's full of BS that says, oh yeah, this is how IT is going to work. The reality is, Bob's a sales guy, and Bob will tell you the reason he just signed a $15 million deal on IT and things like that has nothing to do with, oh, some magic job board that brought jobs. Here's the bottom line for sales, and I've talked about this way too many times, but I'll still repeat myself because it doesn't sink in. People buy from people they like. It's really not any more complicated than that. It's about relationships and deals when you're dealing with B2B, not some cool app or anything like that. That's separate. That's B2C, generally speaking. But for B2B business, it's about going out there. It's about meeting people. It's about getting involved in people. And that's, yeah, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Sad as that sounds, in 2018, my client acquisition process is not because they Googled, man, I'm in trouble, I need an IT guy. No, the two clients, and I talked about this about 31 minutes ago in the very beginning of the video, that were facing breaches, they met me because they're part of a supplier network. And they are within this large supplier network that I have of transportation and ancillary support companies. What happens is there's this guy. He has us doing all of his IT work. So they go, hey, Gary, you seem really happy with your IT company. Who does your IT? And he's like, oh, that Tom guy does my IT. So Gary referred Dave. Then Dave's company now uses me. And then from there, Mike's company uses me, so on and so forth. And that's how we gain clients. And reality is, I've seen all kinds of magic BS that everyone tries to tell you that you just need to send a LinkedIn message to the right place, or you need to find the right job board posting. What I have found, and I've been in business for 15 years. I'm not like talking out of turn. I'm not telling you this because I just started today and this is how I think about it. This is 15 years of doing commercial IT. Plus, before that, I worked in corporate IT, and that's a whole nother animal. I will tell you, client acquisition has a lot to do with who you know and meeting people. That's still the important part of it. So, it is what it is, and that is the unfortunate side of the business, but there's not any real secrets to it, and I'm going to keep doing videos on it because I keep wanting to share people. I actually helped at the IT, where I was before this, kind of before I got off topic, was I was at the IT and D event, and we were talking about this, and we were talking about sales acquisition, and I really helped talk about the sales process for a software dev company that I kind of know the guy. And he's struggling with the sales process. So me and Bob just took our time. We had a beer in our hand. Matter of fact, and then his partner Dave was bringing us shots, and that wasn't good. And we ended up just having a great discussion of the sales process you need for a software development company and how you can do that. And it's just a tweak on what I do with mine, but it's how create value proposition. So we're going to go more videos in depth on this topic because I really want to share with people. Like I hate when people do it, and it's frequently because they have a sales proposition for you. Buy my magic book for $29.95 and I will tell you the secret of sales. No, you won't. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna quit ranting about that topic and let me catch up on the messages here. Let's see what we have. Tweeted a link for a floppy emulator. Cool, thank you. Check my Twitter, it's in the links. If I try to engage with people on Twitter. I try to engage with people as much as humanly possible on Facebook, and I try to engage via contacts and emails as well, just for you guys who are looking for ways besides this to contact me. Let's see what else we have. When you're using Project Fi, what network does your primary T-Mobile? I have no idea. I don't pay attention to what it supports. It really depends on the area. It just varies wherever I'm at. There's an app actually called, I think it's called FiSpy, F-I-S-P-Y. Don't quote me on that. But it will tell you what network you're on. I don't always pay attention to it. But right now I'm on a network because my Wi-Fi wasn't fast enough, so I'm broadcasting for my Google Fi network for this video. So think about that. Also, offer code. Look for my Google Cloud video. Click my offer code. Gives you a discount. Gives me a couple bucks. Hey, I'm open about it. Let's all make money together. Let's see. Yeah, people want it easy from day one. It's not easy from day one. I'm going to do more videos about all my business mistakes I made. Have I considered MikroTik? MikroTik is interesting. I don't have an interest in it. It doesn't compel me to use that equipment. So I don't have a compelling reason to use MikroTik, so I don't use MikroTik. Yes, business cards still work, as bad as that is in 2018. Hey, my wife's home. I don't think MikroTik's a bad product, so I don't have anything against them. I just don't have a compelling reason to use them. MikroTik routers are okay, but vulnerable out of the box. That used to be true. They did fix the vulnerability with their default configuration. My attitude about them still is, your default configuration was insecure? Anyways, that's something I don't forgive companies for easily. Is there a way to add large amounts of MAC addresses to the Wi-Fi in a text file? I don't know. I don't understand that question. Adding large amounts of MAC addresses to a Wi-Fi. You mean like through the DHCP server maybe? I don't know. Edge routers are much better and more expensive. I won't say edge routers are that substantially more expensive than those. So, have you ever or would you ever recommend importing Hyper-V VMs into FreeNAS? No. I don't recommend running VMs in FreeNAS. I feel as though it's a very beta service. Yeah, VMs in FreeNAS, it's not... Yeah. Anyways, I love FreeNAS, but not really when it comes to VMs. I don't think that's... Now, their jail system is really cool. I was just at a meeting about 2 weeks ago with Michael Lucas, and I've had him on the channel before. He's wrote a lot of books on FreeBSD. He's a huge FreeBSD guy. He's wrote 2 books on ZFS, and he's very bullish on OpenBSD and its functionality. Highly recommend him. Come over and visit the live vlog, honey.
You do it here?
What?
Did you decide to do it here?
I didn't feel like going to the
from
show.
your phone.
I'm doing it from my phone. This is my wife, for those of you who have not met her.
Hello. Hi.
There we go. Someone said hi, honey.
Hello, hi, honey.
She says hi, honey, back. So, anyways. Greetings from Lithuania. Awesome, all the way from Lithuania. Actually, that was part of the topic at the ITDD is people from foreign places. I don't know what it is, but awesome.
Spearmint tea.
Oh, good. I don't want any though. Thank you. Wife was offering to make me some tea. Yes, people do still use dot matrix printers these days. We do have clients using dot matrix printers. This is horrible. My cork fell off in my whiskey. This is not good. An incident has occurred. The cork, the top popped off the cork. This is bad. Anyways, back to that. Okay. What else do you guys want to talk about? So, she's like, yeah, my wife has no idea why I'm doing this from home. How many texts does it take to remove cork from a bottle? Apparently 1. This is what's left of the cork. Now I gotta sort out my problem. I guess I have to finish this bottle of whiskey so it doesn't go stale. Hey, Vince. Sorry for dot matrix printers. Yeah, they still exist. They definitely still exist. I've not seen you review many TP-Link APs. What's your... Hold on, let me read the rest of that because it disappeared. What's your high-level thoughts on product lines? Glad you found your channel. So, TP-Link is very mediocre. It's very okay. Nothing about it compels me. We actually still have in retail boxes in our store some TP-Link routers. They function for people that go, hey, I need a cheap home router because we have a retail store. We retail those devices. Nothing about them compels me to make me recommend them to people or want to review them. They're just super basic. If you go, hey, I just want to connect 2 or 3 devices at home,
grab a TP-Link router and you'll be mediocrely happy. There's nothing amazing about them. They function. I know TP-Link makes them higher and stuff. Matter of fact, I do really like their switches. I have talked about their switches because I bought them, because here's the problem when you're talking about non-managed dumb switches. When you look at a non-managed dumb switch, it just needs to do switching. No VLANs, no management, no egress, no filtering, no layer options, no functionality. Grab a TP-Link, works awesome. For companies that go, hey, I got 3 computers, they need to talk to each other, pop in a TP-Link, have a great day. So it's not that I don't like their products, I like their unmanaged products. I did a review of a TP-Link switch, I believe it was TP-Link, and I pointed out some of the pitfalls. For example, not supporting HTTPS for the management and the VLANs. It doesn't have security functions. So is it good to learn and play with? Oh yeah, for 30, I think it was like on sale for $37. You can pick these switches up for, and I've seen them on sale for less. Great. It's a great learning tool. It's not something I would ever deploy in an enterprise environment because I don't trust it. It just doesn't have the features, it doesn't have the management, it doesn't have the security that you find with some of the more powerful systems. Yeah. I work at a car dealership, and dot matrix printers are not going away anytime soon. You are very correct. You're not wrong. Step-by-step assessments for takeover. I will be doing a video on that. I'm just trying to make sure I'm very concise in how we do it. Mostly, it's a disaster when we take over clients. There's nothing good about it. I have a story coming up about that I'm going to put together in its own story about just a mess taking over a client was. That was from an MSP. The MSP wasn't doing anything that they claimed to be doing. So I'm going to do a specific video of that. We have government forms that require .m printers. Yep. Yeah, we still have clients using multi-part forms. That's life. That's 2018, but it's still life for them. Have you seen a simple dumb switch that has 24 port and 4 10 gig PoE not managed? No, not really. I haven't seen them. Don't see a big market demand for them either. Yeah, okay. I think this is me forgetting, but wanting to be accurate. I feel confident it was a TP-Link I reviewed. Apparently someone commented it was a TP-Link review. Thank you for fact-checking me on that. I don't mind. I really care about accuracy. Like I said, it's one of the things I care about with my channel. I'm going to go now. I have a great ton of stream night too. Love your content. Thank you very much. I see dot matrix at dry cleaners probably. Lots of Oki Data 420 printers out there. Yes, there are a bunch of Oki Data 420 printers out there. You are not wrong. The RG40 printers, locks, print are probably the only connectors that haven't updated in the last 30 years. Yeah. Do you buy frequently from AliExpress, from China, or other shops? No. I actually don't buy much from AliExpress. We've thought about it because I can save a few dollars, but it's always been kind of a pain because it takes so long to get things. I thought about saving some money and sourcing some things on there, but the problem with AliExpress is quality is subjective on there. So you have to find a vendor that is the right level of quality you're looking for, because you don't want a crap product. So I think among the things we have bought off AliExpress would be like zip ties, like the Velcro ones, because I bought a big bulk amount of them, and it's kind of hard to screw that up, you would think. We've still got some zip ties that are bad, but honestly, I don't do all the ordering. I delegate that to some of my staff, so I'm not the best assessment of it. I delegate some of that to Steve. Steve sometimes has found deals, and I know ordered things online like that. Not really my thing, though. Let's see. Where do you get your Ubiquiti shirts from? Can I get one? Look, I tell you what, if you do a bunch of reviews on Ubiquiti stuff, and then you talk about them in a positive light, and you deploy a lot of Ubiquiti, like 1,000 Ubiquiti clients, they will randomly mail you a shirt. So I love Ubiquiti products. Their marketing people send me emails like, I'm going to send you shirts. I said, thank you. It took like a month for them to arrive, but they did. Thumbs up. I really like the people at Ubiquiti, but my dialogue with them is sometimes limited. It's sometimes like they don't always reply immediately to my emails in terms of the marketing stuff. Like, hey, Tom, we're going to send you a thing. Cool. They actually sent me a thing that we've been reviewing that's not on the channel yet. I can't talk about it, but they've sent me products. And I don't know when. I don't have a release date for it. I've asked them. So I got to remember, because I think the product is out, but we have a variation of it. And I got to confirm with them that it's okay to talk about the product because we really like it, but I'm very careful. I care about my relationship with them as a company, and they sent us stuff. They've sent us a few not switches, but a few different routers, which I know I got to do a VPN video on it. I've been waiting because we switched over to 529. I got to talk about that in my video coming up because we switched over to it. Willie already beat me to it. I see him on the channel here. Hi, Willie. Let's get drunk together. I think Willie is a whiskey guy too, right? Am I right? So me and Willie both love Unified, but we do know that their PR team is a little bit sometimes slow on communicating. It's not a detraction from the company. I'm sure they're busy doing other things. So, well, I keep deploying their products and I keep loving them. So, hey, let's see who else we got here. Are you available consultant? Curious about the takeover process? Yes, I have rates. If you email me, we have rates and consulting rates. People pay us for consulting, including business consulting. We're working on more on that. There is more coming on the business consulting side of things. Is there a way to have a dual WAN dynamic IP address of one NIC assigned to WAN? If you have one NIC assigned to WAN, how do you have a dual WAN? I completely don't understand your question. Do a video vlog with Willie. Absolutely. Me and Willie need to do a live stream together. Tom, every time I'm here in a live stream, say UBNT, Tom takes a shot. Yes. Just keep typing UBNT. I need excuses. Willie, I had a lot of dental work today. I'm sorry. I hate dental work. Also, I have found a void in the hospitality market. Would you like to talk about it? I don't know, I guess. Bullet Rye, in case you're wondering, UBT. Let's do Veterans Day. Okay, Willie, you know how to get a hold of me offline. Me and Willie have each other's phone numbers. So me and Willie will talk and we will make this happen. For those of you who don't know, me and Willie are friends. So we're in different states, but we're tech friends. I've used the AC Lite, works good. No unhappiness with that. Thank you for, yes, good choice. Good choice on the vodka, I'm sorry, whiskey. Yes, thank you. Yes. I'll just put yes to that. There we go. What else was, I don't even remember what I was going to talk about. Like, I had a plan originally, and everything went downhill from there. But I'm going to get more guests on my YouTube channel. That's definitely been a big topic. Bob, I really want on. I'm going to have to go to him. He's a busy guy. But Bob is someone who does corporate IT work, and me and him have great conversations, and I think he'd be fun to have on the channel. Because Bob has worked at the high levels of Cisco. Bob currently works for a large global ISP company right now, doing sales, colo sales, provisioning sales, MLSP, and everything in between when it comes to provisioning corporate level fiber access and things like that. So I think Bob would be a fun guy to have on there. If I can catch Dave too, it's his partner, and Dave, there's a lot of fun stuff I want to share with you guys about how all this works. He's talking about one NIC with 2 VLANs dedicated WAN side. You can do VLANs on the WAN side. That's correct. I'm less clear what you're talking about. UBNT versus Cambium networks. So for those of you wondering about UBNT versus Cambium networks, 1, not a legal expert. 2, have a legal friend who I'm hoping will look into this, but there's not a lot to tell about the case. There's some type of debate and argument going on. between firmware updates from Cambium networks being loaded on Unify equipment. I don't know any more details than what you can Google publicly on there. I have no legal opinion on it because I'm not a legal expert. And there is a little war brewing, if you want to say. It's some legal war that I don't think the technical people care about as much, about firmware updates and things like that. I don't know the details. Google it, Cambium versus Ubiquiti. You'll know as much as I do after reading through it. I don't have much of an opinion on it. Cambium Networks makes nice equipment. UBNT, Ubiquiti Networks makes nice equipment. There's my Tom's 2 cents that he doesn't really have on it. Hack the firmware is not exactly the correct way. They did create new firmware for UBNT devices that will work with the Cambium software backend. I don't know. Cool. Clearly, legally, not cool. That's as much as I have. I'm not insightful on that topic. Can you replace the firmware in a Unify open source? I don't know what firmware you can replace it with. Yes, you can reflash a Unify. Yes, it runs a BusyBox open source kernel with some customizations. If I'm not mistaken, and other people who are smarter than me, UBNT, a lot of their stuff was based off of a BIOS implementation. So yeah, at its core, it's open source with customizations from Ubiquiti. So undoubtedly, you could write your own software. Matter of fact, get writing. If you want to write software for it, they have the specs for what chips are in them. Have at it. It's ARM chips. A lot of them are, so you can customize the software as you want. It's documented. You just got to be good at coding. Crosstalk communication, specifically, I think you're probably talking about Chris at Crosstalk Solutions. Yes. So yes, Chris at Crosstalk Solutions is the expert when it comes to a lot of that. And no, I didn't know what to call it. So I tried episode 91. It broke when I tried doing it for my laptop. So I did it for my phone. It worked. So I didn't want to retitle it. It is my 91st episode. It's 91 part 2. Maybe I'll rename it after I'm done. So 91, the one Tom screwed up. 91, the Tom got right. That's 51 minutes long as of right now. So so sorry. There's 2 episode 91s, but the first episode 91 isn't long at all. What movie should we watch before we sleep? Star Trek. I'm sorry, I'm a Star Trek nerd. Let's see. 91.5. Thank you, Charlie. That makes sense. I had to upgrade a Unify key from the shell. It would not take the update otherwise anyways. It was running System D. Yes, that happens. If you get really outdated versions, there's a switch. And this is kind of a Linux problem. And if you want to Google something awful that Michael Lucas... It's awful and good at the same time. Google savaged by System D. That's as far as I'll go with that. Just laugh at when you read the results. Hey, I need to learn Linux. I got a Debian Linux running Hyper-V. Where can I find good materials to learn how to secure and configure it the right way? I'm going to tell you, my friend Jay, learnlinux.tv, Jay LaCroix. Me and him did a video on Raspberry Pi and the open source project that is the emulator project. I did it 5 or 6 videos ago. But JLECROIX, learnlinux.tv. Highly recommend him. He's a friend of mine. He's a personal friend, and he's also just wicked smart at Linux and knows some of the command line stuff. He does it for a living, and he writes books on Linux. Great way to get started is check out Jay LaCroix at learnlinux.tv. You can also just search his name and find him, or go to learnlinuxtv.com. Let's see. Yeah, Vincent, learn Linux, man. It's the future. It's the future's Linux. What IRC do I sit in? You know, I've been lazy. IRC. I just got hassled by one of my friends last week for not being on IRC enough. I have an IRC bouncer that I turn on and then forget about it, and it breaks, and then I go turn it on again later. I don't sit. Here's the way I sit in the Wayne State University IRC more than anywhere else. I hang out with my tech friends at Wayne State and IRC. So for those of you looking for me in IRC, it's going to be I think it's Wayne State Lug. I can't remember the name of it. Hold on. I will actually tell you, because why not? IRC. I'm going to tell you in 1 second which channel I hang out in. Or no, I won't, because my IRC bouncer's down again. Derp. Well, when my IRC is sponsored, maybe I'll tweet about that and say, hey, come hang out with me on IRC. I'm lazy about IRC. I keep wanting to go to Discord too, and I don't always log into my Discord for like a week at a time. I'm live and interactive here. I reply to emails. I'm very, if I have Facebook forums, links in the description below. I'm very engaging in Facebook forums. I reply to a lot of comments, but I've gotten lazy about IRC and Discord. What else we got here for question? It is 10:30 at night Eastern Standard Time here, and I may be getting tired. A little bit. I don't know. It may be the whiskey talking, but I'm going to go sit with my wife and watch TV. Well, not TV, YouTube is mostly what I watch. I'm going to watch some tech YouTube stuff, some motorcycle videos, and I'm going to fall asleep. And I'm going to wake up in a few hours and just start this entire process over again. And we have a fun video for you tomorrow. We're going to be doing a deployment video and having fun at the office tomorrow. It's going to be a fun time. We have a big Wi-Fi deployment, so I'm going to talk again, and I've talked about this. Anyone else mumble over the preferred Discord? I don't have a preferred Discord. I don't have my own Discord. I've just been avoiding setting it up because I know I won't reply. Because I know I won't reply, I won't set it up. So I'm very ADD. It's getting worse as the evening moves on. So yeah, try working for me. I got to do a video. Tomorrow's gonna be a bunch of fun with my staff because a bunch of them are gonna be at the office, and they're probably gonna laugh at the fact that I run a company. So should I? I really considered it. I actually have the channel built, and I've never posted a link. I built a Lawrence System channel that you can't find, and I haven't posted it yet because I don't. And maybe I need to find someone who wants to admin it. I'm just not someone because I'm very intense when I'm working. I'm very jumping from project to project, and so I don't get with people. So I don't have a Discord channel, but maybe I should have a Discord channel. If you guys really think it's a good idea, maybe I'll push for. I'll not push for it. I'll make it public. There's a better way to describe it, and maybe have someone admin it. I'm all for it. I don't have a problem with it. I just feel bad when I don't admin things. Because I communicate with so many people on Facebook, I do have a Facebook group. I know some people hate Facebook, but it is what it is, and yeah. So there's that. I have a Facebook group you can post everything on. I'm yawning. No, I don't do Adderall. So what's your retirement plan as a small business owner? I don't know what my retirement plan is. Vest in real estate, vest in investments, because at some point I need to have money set aside for things. My wife knows more about. Hold on, honey, come over here. No, you gotta come here.
What? I do the retirement investments.
Hold on, you gotta come over here. So, retirement investment planning.
Yes, that's what I do. I used to work for a retirement company.
My wife used to work for stuff, so Tom...
No, I work for a mortgage company.
She works for a mortgage company now.
But I used to work for an investment.
She used to work for an investment company. And so my hope is that she'll do smart things with money. So at some point when Tom
One of us has to save for retirement. And
someone has
Tom.
to... Yeah. Oh, let's see. SBL loan, your office instead of renting. I am going to be talking soon about that. I'm actually on a panel for the MEDC, which is the Michigan Economic Development Council. I'm sorry, I'm saying things slow. I'm going to be talking about that. I've actually I'll do maybe how I got my business started video, but I don't have any loans. I don't have any money that was given to me to do what I do. I just ran out and kept doing it to make it happen. My wife's drinking tea. She's not a whiskey drinker, by the way.
I am. Jack Daniel's Fire.
Oh, she likes Jack Daniel's Fire. So, yeah, real estate is good as long as you buy enough.
Buy it in the right spots.
Yes. So she's doing all the planning. A little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really retirement
Tom's
planning.
response when I ask him about retirement is always, "Well, I don't plan on retiring, so what do I have to worry about?"
Yeah.
So I tell him, "Fine, I will send him pictures from when I'm retired on the beach somewhere."
Yeah, she's gonna retirement plan for me.
No,
Because I don't plan to
for
retire.
me, you can keep working.
Oh, I can keep working. Good. Because as long as I can keep working, until people don't follow me no more. And planning to sell before I'm 60. So here's the thing. You say that, Vincent. I get it. I have some really, really wealthy clients. And one of the things I've learned, and I completely believe this, is you never, if the drive is in you, you reach a level of comfort, like, hey, cool, and that's where I'm at in life right now. My bills are paid and everything else, and that's cool. But you realize that you have no interest in retiring because it would suck. So here's a quick story I'll share with you guys.
It won't suck.
No, retirement will suck. Retirement will be awful for me.
On the beach. Yeah.
She's cool to be on the beach. I'm not. So
Well, it's traveling. I want to travel.
Tom gets philosophical, right?
Yeah, it's time for Tom to go watch some TV.
Yeah, time to watch some TV. It's bedtime. I don't know about that. Yeah, Tom. The more Tom drinks, the more philosophical he gets. I don't know how this works.
Quit drinking then.
Yeah, I could just get hobbies. So among the weirder interactions I've had with people. So if you want to Google this, you can. Fact check me all you want. This is fun. Tommy Bahama was a t-shirt brand. Maybe you're familiar with it. I think it still exists. I don't know. That's not really relevant. So Tommy Bahama was a t-shirt brand, and the guy that came up with the Tommy Bahama brand, sold the company, made a lot of money. And that seemed like the end of it, right? That's the end of the story. That's the American dream. We build a business, we sell it, we have all kinds of money, and we play golf all day or something, whatever your hobby is. He thought playing golf all day was his hobby. So the guy that came up with Tommy Bahama actually took a step further after that, and he said, hey, I'm bored. I played every golf course, and now I don't want to play it no more. So his next step was actually to go, and he invented another company you may have heard of, Build-A-Bear Workshop. And it's one of those weird things I've noticed this, and this includes some of the entrepreneurs that we do IT support for. I love interacting with other business owners because they go, hey, I just don't know how to retire. And Paul Smoke, look him up, Paul Smoke, Smonke. He's one of my more interesting clients. Paul Smoke is, I think, in his 80s. The guy is wicked smart, very driven, very motivated, nowhere near retirement at 80-something years old. And he owns a bridge. The guy owns a bridge that's one of our assets that we actually maintain is his bridge in terms of IT support. And the guy shows no end in sight. And I realize that if you're driven, if you're like that, if that's your mentality, you may never retire. And I feel that's how I am. I don't understand any concept of retirement. So retirement planning, I'm leaving money-wise to my wife, who has now wandered off of the camera. Myself, I don't plan to retire. Let's see. I could get hobbies. This is my hobby. I'm doing it right now. Solution beach office. I have no interest in sitting on a beach. Sorry. I want to strip mall to close. So I want to put a strip mall close to high school and put businesses that hire straight from school. Cool. Hey, goals are awesome. Sell a business, open a bike shop, maybe a classic car repair shop. Cool. That's not bad, Vincent. The hobby working with servers and gear. Cool. Ham radio, pretty cool. I have a lot of ham radio friends. I'm not licensed myself, but I have the crossover between Linux people and ham radio. There's a Venn diagram for that, and there's a lot of people in the middle of it. So ham radio and Linux go hand in hand. How often do you do live chat? I do this live chat every Thursday at very random times. There is no consistency to it for any of you that wondered. Which is why exactly I'm here at 10:30 at night doing a live show, drinking whiskey. Because sometimes it happens during the day, sometimes it happens at night. Today it's happening
Whiskey?
Well, drinking whiskey happens at night. as my wife has pointed out. Drinking whiskey is a night function, so you actually are only witnessing what happens at night. So,
No.
what are your thoughts on multi-industry businesses? I mean, what? Oh, my wife asked me why I'm still doing this because people keep asking me questions. I don't focus on any verticals, so I guess you could say I'm a multi-industry business, if that's the question. If you're looking for who are entrepreneurs that work in multiple verticals, I would say read Richard Branson's books. Outstanding guy. His books are really interesting. Sorry, I gotta think of some. IT work in both a hobby and repurchase. Yeah. Yeah. Woohoo! Happy to hear about the whiskey. I do business IT and home theater with a side on scammers. They're all kind of related? Sure. Why not? We do infrastructure, we do managed services, we do break. I guess those are all, to some people, separate industries in their own verticals, but to me, they're all things I do. By the way, I have a full-time web developer working for me. So I guess web development is part of my things I do as well. She's full-time, so my streams are more consistent than Linus Tech Tips. You know, I don't have anything against Linus. He's clearly created a clear niche for himself. The other side about Linus is that I find interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I find him less about content and more becoming about personality, which is fine if that's his market. That seems to be his growth market. Awesome. But Linus is a smart guy, and he's got a cool media empire he built. So that's neat. I like my business because I do IT work and then I talk to you guys about it. So people ask, would I ever get rid of my IT business? I would lose all my source material. I mean, come on. If I didn't have an IT company, I wouldn't get an RFQ for Floppies, which is the title for this video. Doing computers and auto in one shop? Sure. I do motorcycles. I don't talk about the motorcycle stuff as much because I don't know what people's level of interest is in it. I don't know. Do I do vlog about my motorcycle riding? Here's something stupid. I have like 7,000 views on my video about my bicycle too. I have a custom bicycle, and it turns out people are interested in my one weird video I did about my bicycle. If you resell G Suite, where do you draw a line of support? That's a fun question. I don't have an answer for. Because generally, if someone has us supporting a G Suite problem, we just bill them for it. We're not really reselling. We don't actually. I say not really. We are not reselling G Suite. We do resell Office 365. We don't resell G Suite. We push G Suite. We recommend people to it. We don't resell it as a service. Linus doesn't know how to manage Windows Server as they use built-in admin account. Whatever. Vincent, I'm watching this while wrenching on my Ninja 1200. Hey, I like Ninjas. Team Kawasaki. Yeah, I have an affinity. I've owned a lot of motorcycles, and maybe I'll do just an off-topic video on all my motorcycles I've owned. Current ones I have, though, are my old Hondas. Those are my favorites. I have a Ninja 500. My wife drives a Suzuki S40, and I also have a pair of Honda CT90s. Can MediaWiki VM be updated with Parsoids? Yes. You can now run the new version of Parsoids with MediaWiki. That all works now. I have a new cabling job. Please do it neatly. That's my advice. My advice for you is please take the time, do it right. You'll be slow at first, but over time you'll get really fast at doing high quality cabling jobs, and your life will be better for it. Your clients will be happy. How many employees do I have? I don't know. I'll count checks on Friday, but I think there's 9 people that work for me. LTT is just a meme on how not to do service. Look, Linus Tech Tips is cowboy IT at its best, which makes for great entertainment. Did you see the email? Yes. I'm actually part of a private forum. I knew about the Invoice Ninja 2.0 before it was coming out. I'm excited. Let's just say it's a good thing. No matter what your opinion is, I don't care. I like it. Me and the developer, we private chat. We've got a chat room thing we do, and there's a lot of people in it. It's not just me. It's not like me influencing the developer, but they're doing a great job. Invoice Ninja 2.0 is a great thing. What do you think about snowflakes? I don't know. It snows a lot here in Michigan. Why only one trainee in your office? I don't know. We only had one trainee at the time, and he turned into an employee. So it does snow a lot here in Michigan. So snowflakes, I don't know. It happens when it's cold. Little bikes. I like little bikes, Vincent. Sorry, I got a thing for them. It's weird. I actually hang out with a group of people. I'm in the downriver area, is what we refer to, because we're south on the river. So it's called Downriver Scooter Club, and yes, we're a bunch of people who are over 40 riding scooters. It's a nerd thing of scooter nerds. How hard is it to do a NAS build using a desktop computer? What processor do you prefer for Plex? Fast enough to decode Plex? I don't do a lot of Plex decoding, but maybe any processor that scores at least, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 on PC mark. Social justice warriors, I don't have an opinion on any of that. I don't care. I focus my things on more important subjects than social justice warriors. How's Marv? I don't know. He doesn't work for me no more. For those of you who don't know, Marv don't work here no more. He moved on and did other things. How he is, I hope he's well. Me and him decided to go do something else, and that's it. He did his thing, I do my thing. Scooters, no, they're actually 90 cc's. Michigan is one of the few states that you can get away with 100 cc scooters and be categorized as a scooter, because we have mopedarmy.com who lobbied and got legislation changed here in Michigan, so 100 cc is scooters. So my 90 cc scooters are scooters, even though they're not 49 cc's. Motorcycles are addictive. They just kind of accumulate. Bitwit building PCs. Yeah, Bitwit's got some cool videos. I watched a couple of them. I mean, I'm not a big PC builder guy, but Bitwit definitely has some good stuff. How quickly do you get your invoices? Our MSP helps me with big projects. Build us $1,300 work done in December of 2017. I think I've done a video on this. Maybe I do some more. We delegate billing, and we allow billing by all of my staff. That's how I have decentralized billing. So everyone bills. Everyone builds their own invoices and sends them. They're trained on how to do it. So an example is, one of my techs completes a job. He sends an invoice. Then, as soon as the job is confirmed complete, an invoice is sent. I don't do the billing. I don't have a billing admin that does the billing. All the staff sends the billing as they do the billing. As they create the projects are completed, the billing is sent. That is our method by doing it. Actually, a law firm I was at today, and they kind of laughed to go, your billing process is interesting to us because we get the bill almost immediately every time you're done. I'm like, yep, that's how we work. Billing is the lifeblood of business. If you're not billing fast, you're doing it wrong. I do know companies that are goofed up and do it wrong. Wrong in my opinion. Maybe right in their opinion. Maybe they want to wait 6 months to send a bill. I don't know. If that's your method and it works for you, cool. That's not the method that works for me. We bill right away. So if you call and a tech support is issued and the project is completed, you're going to get a bill. That's how it works. And it won't be from me. It'll be from the technician directly who did the work. He's going to document the work as he did it, and he's going to send you a bill. Pretty simple. And on most of our remote managed stuff, when people call us in specifically of YouTube, you get the bill before we do the work. That's how it works. I need to get paid first. When you're out of state client, you pay me first, we do the work, and everybody's happy. So my billing is not delayed at all. What's my favorite restaurant in Detroit? Ooh, that's a good question. Hold on, let me read a couple of these other ones. Let's see. Hey, it's my cousin, Gone to the Stow Dogs. She's built an epic channel around dogs, so I'm glad. Hi, cuz, glad to see you here. Awesome. She's a night owl, and she's in the same time zone as me, so this works out. So, hey, cuz. Let's see what else we got in here. Sounds like the way to bill. It's great. Yeah, my billing system, I've talked about it on a couple times. If you look through my YouTube and my business talks, I'm very open about how we do things. And people told me I'm an idiot and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I'm making money, so you can hate me all you want. Yeah, Vincent, I've worked with Vincent. Vincent's like, I paid Tom, 5 minutes later, he started the work. We're really straightforward how we do things. There's no secrets or no BS to the way we do things. Someone said I moved to Novi. What's a good restaurant? There are so many. Like, you can't not have good restaurants. So if you want to go to the old classic, if you come to Detroit, go to Fishbones. They're a staple. They've been around a long time. They're still doing it right, downtown Detroit. From there, I don't know. What's that?
Union Street.
Union Street. My wife just heard me talking about restaurants. Union Street, excellent. They have a thing called Dragon Eggs. Love Dragon Eggs. Dragon Eggs are great. Green Dot Stables. My wife's just calling out restaurants.
Tell them I work in Detroit, that's why.
Now, for those who don't know, my wife works in Detroit. She worked for Quicken Loans. Maybe you've listened to a podcast. Quick ad, if you need a loan, call my wife. Message me, and I'll give you her number to call her and get a loan. What else we got here? Is there anything else coming?
Not a loan, mortgage. There's a difference.
Keep the open source. What is that? Oh, you're in the refinance, right?
Mortgage.
Mortgage.
Loan.
Yeah, not loans. My wife is a mortgage banker. So
There you go.
you can call, you can bill me for an hour. Are you open tomorrow? Tomorrow I have a lot of meetings. Maybe Monday. I won't lie. Monday's probably better for me. I have a block of time already allocated to a client Monday, but Friday is kind of ugly right now. Friday afternoon, maybe. So if it's later in the day, Eastern Standard Time, like after 3 o'clock, I can probably help you out. Before then, I'm booked up with a lot of meetings. I'm not going to pull up my calendar right now, so I don't feel like it. But I know I have at least 4 meetings booked tomorrow, and like some project work that really has to get done that I'm paid for. Tom won't have to leave. Tyler starts in 8 hours. Yes. That's important. So get educated. Whether you choose college, vocational training, or your own career path, get educated. That is, read a lot of books on. If you're in a tech like I am, like read every tech book you can. Understand technology deeper and deeper. Have projects. Just keep diving into it. It really helps a lot. I've been trained to upgrade freelance to 11 overseas. It's not great. Where do I search for new employees? I haven't run out of friends to hire. That's how. That's one answer. Second answer, I was at the IT in the D event today. For those of you who've been following along for the last hour and 17 minutes, I go there and I meet people, and sometimes that's where I will find people that I'll hire. Get educated watching Tom. Yeah, I'm trying to throw education out there all day long. With my review videos and my getting started. If you search my channel for getting started, it is literally step by step how to get started in a certain particular, like Zen server, FreeNAS, whichever my getting started video is about. I do deep dives into technical topics when I have time. Someone says they were a loan processor for 6 years. Yeah, my wife has not been processing loans for 6 years yet. But yeah, she's a loan person. So that's the thing.
I process loans in my last job too for 401k.
She processes loans too. I don't know anything about that topic.
No, my last job, 401k loans.
Oh yeah. Well, she used to shuffle rich people's money, as she called them 401k loans, as I called it. My wife's previous job was shuffling rich people's money. She's a loner. I will be doing some more deep dives in PF Sense, but I think it's finally late enough that I'm going to fall asleep. I don't want to. My enthusiasm levels are finally waning as my whiskey levels rise. My enthusiasm levels are, Tom needs to sleep for a couple hours. And then I'll start this all over again tomorrow. I only sleep for about 4 or 5 hours. For those of you, I seen someone ask earlier, how much do you sleep? Not much. So it's going to happen. Awesome. Great to see that I helped some people with the Unify. Love it. Like I said, big fan of their product. It works. I love their business model. There's a lot of things. I know there's a deeper story, and I've now set forth. Someone sent me a weird message that the guy who started Unify, I know he used to work for Apple. I don't know any other details. I don't know, he used to work with Apple, and he started Unify. The rumor, and I call this a rumor because somebody sent it to me, was that the guy that owns Unify, their current CEO, had pitched the idea to Apple to start offering Wi-Fi products, and he didn't like the idea, so he left. And that sounds interesting. It sounds intriguing. I'd love to interview the CEO. I don't have any connection at the moment, but that might be such a fun interview because I don't think he's really granted any interviews at all. But hey, why not? They have a cool product. I like your product. Maybe I can get lucky enough to interview them. So maybe there's someone watching that can connect me, with more than shirts. Throwing it out there. CB Link says really good value AP memo for around $60. Cool. Yeah, Open Mesh is moving to a license model. So for those of you that aren't following along with what Open Mesh got purchased by another company, and when any company says, I'm going to give you a free cloud forever, guess what? For any of those that know business at all, for anybody that even has a thought of business, you'll understand in the tech market that cloud servers aren't free. You can't just for free keep throwing money at your cloud providers. So at some point, there's going to be a business model. So OpenMesh got bought. Maybe that was their business idea. And when they got bought, they're changing to a license model rather than a free cloud service. Shocker that you have to pay for your compute time. How did you not expect that and not see that coming? For those of you that kept telling me, oh, OpenMesh is awesome, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. At some point, someone's got to pay the piper. And the piper is now getting paid. They got bought, and now they're going to start charging licenses for it. Trust me, that's going to happen. I don't think it's a bad product. It's just the way that product's going to go. Let's see. Do you like OpenWRT? OpenWRT is a great project. I don't really play with it much, but I used to. It was great. Now I use Unify, and I still think OpenWRT. I haven't touched it in a number of years, but it's still a cool project. I thought the cloud was naturally occurring. No, the cloud's naturally occurring. The cloud just ain't free. So I'm going to wander off. So thank you for joining my live stream. It's been an hour and 22 minutes. It's been a longer episode. Awesome. Love seeing all you guys here. But it is now time to figure out how to make the phone stop doing its thing. I don't know how this works at all. So bye. Thank you for everyone that hung out. Thank you for all over 100 of you that were on here. Awesome. And I'm going to bed now. So final drink of whiskey. Hats off to all of you. I'll see you next Thursday. And in between, look for a video. We maybe we'll do a live stream tomorrow. We have a lot of fun ideas for tomorrow because there's some stuff going on. We have a big pile of Unify stuff. We have a big deployment going out on Monday that I'm going to try to do some filming on, but I can't even be on-site filming because I'm going to be at my office doing stuff. But it's a big project. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So look for all that. And trust me, people ask me what happened to part 2 of the stadium project. It ain't done. That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole project that got so much bigger than when I officially bid it. It's going to be interesting. So, all right, good luck. If you call me tomorrow, it's got to be like after 3 or 4 because I know I'm booked up on meetings before then. Thanks. Goodbye. Love all y'all.